So any word on my friends? Were? What do you mean were? I was worried Alexis had already thrown them down a mine shaft. I'll run by camp to see how they're doing when I get a chance. Thanks for the help. Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time. Hey, we won't go quietly.
Gotta wonder what the hell a civilian is doing here. Ranger military outpost. We're keeping an eye on the Legion activities south of here at Cottonwood Cove. Nothing going on down there at the moment, just the usual slave trafficking. Poor bastards. Believe me, I would love orders to take Cottonwood Cove apart and kick the Legion back across the river. But the brass at McCarran doesn't want us to waste resources on something they consider a minor target. So we just get to watch. Undoubtedly. Rangers are tough nuts to crack, though, and any force small enough to launch a surprise attack isn't going back in one piece. On the other hand, if the Legion goes for a full-scale attack, we'll see them coming, fall back, and wait for reinforcements. So we know what they'll do, and they know what we'll do, so we just sit around and keep an eye on each other. Yeah.
The Legion can count on that. We won't. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
I don't remember getting informed about any new transfers to this post. The Legion's got a major crossing point down at Cottonwood Cove, so we keep an eye on them from up here. You know, if McCarran would send us some more men, we could do more than watch. Skirmishes, mostly. The Legion raiding parties usually fall back when they know it's us they're up against. The Legion's been sending raiding parties across the river in larger numbers lately. We don't have the men at this post to intercept them all. Carry on.
We're near a Legion slave camp now. I've been here before. Let's get one thing straight. I see any Crimson, I'm taking the shot. You don't like that, you're on your own. I don't think I'd hold it against you. Can't run from me. Wish there was more of them. I wasn't done yet.
I hear a troublesome Legion camp got razed to the ground.
Please, sir, take pity on us. Free us, please. That man knows where we are, just when I didn't think it could get any worse. At least he's too much of a coward to come after us himself. What if he ended up in this pen with us? If there's any chance you can free us, it's worth the risk. Anything that gets us out of here, please.
Oh, it's just awful here. Can't you help us? Freedom? I don't know where we'll get a new start, but any place is better than rotting with the Legion or Frank.
We take this boat. It's probably the last one we ever take. I'm ready for that. Are you? You ever change your mind, I'll be right there with you.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for it. The Legion being wiped out at Nelson gave us some breathing room. See ya.
Have you found my family yet? Yes. They are? Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. But wait, where are they? You're right. I've been a mean son of a bitch the past couple years. It won't be easy, but I'll try going sober. Maybe then my family will want me back. Thank you for doing what you can. I won't let this go to waste.
Good to see you. Something else I can do for you? See ya.
Excuse me.
Watch out! Keep hearing about some Courier making. Can't run from me.
Hello. What's up? Hi there, mister. You need something? Are you okay? Kind of bored, actually. What?
Another. Run from me. Come on! Heading up.
You're a scrapper, baby. They didn't stand a chance. How about me? Baby, that can go any direction you want. We can take Vegas together, or I can head for the nearest sunset. Your call. You think? Murdering me like this, down on my knees? I'm hit! Changing plans? Baby, you can't just leave me tied up. Those Legion boys will put me on a cross for the mess you made, if I'm lucky. Thanks for nothing, you think.
Legatus Linnaeus will arrive soon enough, and with him comes slaughter.
Another kill to my name! you're here ahead of schedule. I suppose it's just as well. This is where I wanted you to end up after all. I knew I could rely on Caesar to give you back the platinum chip. The platinum chip unlocks this bunker. Hence, you have it. Hence, Benny was captured or killed. Possibly by you, but by my estimates, far more probably by Caesar's Legion. Hence, Caesar gave you the chip. Hence, Caesar wants you to destroy whatever you find in this bunker. But that's not going to happen, because you're going to work for me. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order. I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so. I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work? The platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself. Good. I won't hold you up any longer.
black armored rangers, sir.
Excuse me, but are you the courier who caused all of that trouble in the tops? Oh, well, we heard, we meaning the followers of the apocalypse, that you had been in there, the Lucky 38, I mean, and we were wondering if you could help us, if it's not too much trouble, of course. This is important enough to the followers that we scraped together the caps required for the credit check. And I'm staying at Vault 21, which is pretty cheap, for the strip anyway. Oh, great. The followers of the apocalypse, well, some of us anyway, have been interested in Mr. House's technology, how he stays alive. Of course, no one else is allowed inside the Lucky 38, so no one knows what's going on. Well, except for you. Right. We just want to find out what sort of technology Mr. House has used to stay alive for all these years. It could be of great benefit to the people we try to help, many of whom suffer from hard-to-diagnose illnesses. Ah, I see. I suppose I can give you some medical supplies for your efforts. I assure you they will be worth plenty of caps. Great! I'll have the medical supplies for you by the time you come back. Here, take this packet sniffer. It'll allow us to intercept data on Mr. House's network. You might have to manually remove the encryption from his data network, but hopefully you won't have too much trouble. Good luck.
Over here!
Look, I know the NCR has problems, but I fought with those men. I'll be damned before I betray them. This stops right now. You're right. You won't.
Traveling into the strip just got a lot easier now that the...
Don't you just love that platinum chip? buzzes with power and possibilities, doesn't it? If I were you, I'd almost want to deliver the chip to Mr. House, just to learn all its tricks. That is, unless you want to bring the NCR or Caesar's Legion to power. I wouldn't want to tell you what to do. Oh, he wanted to kill Mr. House and use the Platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That would give me control over all of Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then, I guess, I just do as I'm told. I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh? Of course, ask away. They must be a really nasty people. I haven't heard a single good thing about them. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis Air Force Base. Talk about rude. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion or NCR, though, well, that'd be neat, wouldn't it? Take all the time you need. Anything else I can help with? The cons are just... they're a dirty people. They live in tents like animals, and they're very rude. They've been kicked around a lot, but no one's finished them off. Not yet, anyway. They were one of the tribes the 3 families pushed out of Vegas. A whole bunch got killed. So they settled at Bitter Springs, but they kept being so obnoxious, the NCR had to kill a whole bunch more of them. So then, they settled at Red Rock Canyon. There's just no getting rid of them. You set the pace. Anything else I can help with? I remember that Benny used to pay a receptionist at Gamora for information. Maybe she knows something. Just that Benny didn't like them. He talked on and on about how they couldn't be trusted. And this is coming from Benny. He hated their casino, said it was tacky, and he thought they were up to something, because he said they always are. Whenever you get around to it, we'll be just fine. Anything else I can help with? From what I understand, they're perfectly delightful. They're cultured, clean, and super polite. Benny didn't like them, though. He said they were creepy. Don't hurry on my account. I'm the one with a flexible schedule. Anything else I can help with? Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley. Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was pretty sure it was the Brotherhood. There must be a bunch of them holed up there. Not a good place for a robot to visit. They go around in big suits of power armor and they have lots of energy weapons. But there's a downside. They just have a thing about technology. They think it should all be theirs. If someone else has it, they get mad. All I'm saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices itself with robots. No rush. Take your time. Anything else I can help with? Sorry if that was getting boring. I'll be waiting right here.
partner. Good to see you again. Boss is waiting for you upstairs, so get a move on. I see you brought some friends. Sorry, partner, but they're gonna have to stay outside. Come back soon now.
Can't run from me.
Where to, partner?
Mr. House is just pleased as punch you got those old Securitrons back online, sugar.
I take it you've come to deliver the platinum chip? I'll be happy to satisfy your every curiosity once the platinum chip has been delivered. Our terms were clear. Now that you have the chip in your possession, any attempt to renegotiate payment would be tantamount to blackmail. This is not the time for Q&A. Kindly hand over the chip. How shall I put this? Delivery of the platinum chip is non-negotiable. I invite you to think carefully about what you do next, standing alone before me, surrounded by my heavily armed Securitron guards. By the time I was 30 years old, I was a billionaire 30 times over. I founded and ran a vast economic empire. Do you really think I'm going to let an upstart come into my home and ransom my property to me? I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine! Now be a good courier and deliver it! You needn't be afraid of me. It's my Securitrons that are going to kill you.
Engaging target.